Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
Somebody help me! Oh, no, 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 I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Ooh, that's a good one.
One, two, three. Easy.
Oh my god! Wow!
Please join me in inviting President Barack Obama and Kehinde Wiley to unveil the portrait.
Metal is harder than flesh. Bone is a poor alternative.
5분 후.
the fence. Had to talk with a man about some cans. He asked me what's your flavor. I said I need a favor. I'm a little short of caps, but I'm a good neighbor.